Alright, let's run the free ranked ticket match of the day. Hopefully we can get something interesting going on. No companion core, oh well, we go burn instead. Pretty strong in the early game. Gotta worry about falling off, so it's imperative that you get the 10 wins on time, perfect, victory, diamond. I'm going to try to focus on commentating a bit more about the exact items and encounters instead of saying this and that. So if you're audio only, you can still follow along what's going on. So for the first encounter, we got Pyro, which is a pretty good roll. This could lead to an early lighter, which is probably the best thing for the ignition core off rip. Okay, so we high rolled the Lither. I mean, really, it's not that crazy. I think it's 1 out of 3, considering the fact that you can't get the skill from the early game, the first encounter, I'm pretty sure. So we didn't find our XP node right here, which means that we're going to have to get our items to fill out our level 2 board now, because the next hour will be the experience that we need. I'll take an early LEDs, and then that opens up the rest of the board, so I'll take the snail and roll just in case there's anything better to get. And at this point, I think more than likely the Lither and the snail is going to be enough to carry us, so I won't make any changes for the welding helmet. The Lither is just straight up better, in my opinion. The welding helmet can be an option if you really need to have something on the right of your core, but it takes up too much space. Essentially, it's double the cooldown of the Lither, even though they're 3 seconds, it's twice as big, so it'll be... You know, it's like if 2 small 3-second items, or in 6 seconds it goes off twice, so if you have 2 6-second small items, it's the same. A little deceptive. And here I'll just go Immolating Spark. Seems like we're on a bit of a early game high roll, so hopefully the RNG continues to favor us. This should be a pretty easy fight. I can't imagine losing to anything right now. We have the double slows, and our burn will be stacking quite nicely. The LEDs will be good to upgrade. The poison and the burn just eating away at their HP. That was a pretty big hit from the Long John, but it's not going to go again, so we get that. That'll be easily. I don't think that crit us, so we probably would have lost if it did. I don't care about... I'm pretty sure it didn't crit us. It might have. I don't know. That seemed like a huge amount of damage, but we only have 350, just 300 health. At this point, it would be nice to kind of get more smaller items to the left of the core, but this is pretty good, so we'll continue to just go quickly on the XP grind. Quixel's kind of hard to justify rolling since it costs 4. Lickit is good if you can make it work. However, we're not interested in scaling, so we'll go Quixel and probably hold off on rolling anything. Here, the Pulse Rifle could be pretty good, and that in combination with this Alpha Ray. Alpha Ray is the best ray currently on this patch. So, this seems to be... We have the Singular Friend, but we're going to have to take out the cool LEDs in order to run the Pulse Rifles and the Snail and the Alpha Ray, which is the setup we'd want, considering it's going to scale the Pulse Rifle rather nicely. But I don't think that it's going to be worth it since we're already scaling our burn. perhaps we actually do take the roll here since we have a decent amount of money. I will take one roll. That's pretty bad. The battery's alright. I think I'll take these two just to fill out the space. And since we're going pretty hard right now in terms of scaling and survivability in the form of slowing their items down, so I guess more like crowd control, we'll easily kill this junkyard boy. Didn't really need to fast forward that considering we stacked the burn a lot quicker than I thought. And here it would be nice to get the bronze item, but we'll go with the middle option just for some extra gold, which is nice. I mean, it could have been the cinders or anything else, but that's good. We have what we need so far to fill out the board since we picked up those items from Quixel, and we'll just continue to gain experience. This could be Micro Dave, which would be nice, but at this point we gotta keep trying to push our luck with more XP and gold to just really put us over the edge in terms of getting to that level 10 power spike as quickly as possible, hopefully before day 10, which will be possible if we continue to take options that allow us to get XP, which most of the time take a risk will give you a fight or XP, which is why I value it so highly. Getting extra fights is extremely good. I think for now we will keep our board as is, and hopefully the pig doesn't have anything extremely good. We might lose to a longbow. It looks like he probably has... I don't know how this guy won the first fight. He must have gone against some bot build that didn't do anything, because as far as I can tell, the build that he has right now is ass. I mean, he does have the gold weights, but there's no way he's ever going to be at full health, and he's not even healing in the first place or doing much of anything, so an easy fight for us. And we'll continue to build on our lead of making sure we have a steady source of experience. So we'll have to determine which thing is the best right now to upgrade. It's between cool LEDs in the core, since we could probably find the cool LEDs upgrade and we won't be likely to find the core upgrade. We'll upgrade the core. However, that means I'm more likely to prioritize finding other burn items to put to the right of the core itself, and I will continue to gain experience and gold. So this is alright, and I'll take it. Now we have to go up against the Rogue Scrapper, which is the eccentric Aetherite, which is a little unfortunate, but I think we got this. So just taking XP when you know that you're already ahead of the curve is just the best way to snowball your build and ensure that you're ahead of your competition when it comes to the important stuff. And that was just all really bad, so we will continue to make it so this could be good, just one additional. However, I think Rapid Thaw is also, all of these three, this will give us an additional poison and 2 extra burn, possibly more later, which I don't think is going to help us win today. Rapid Thaw is good and something that everyone is looking for, but I don't think that they are going to have freeze this early on. So I'm going to get my own freeze off of the GPU, and here we'll go with the friends and try to find something good like the Micro Dave, which I will be putting in on the right of the core. And since we're looking for small items, I'll re-roll since there are a good amount of small friends, and we find the best possible option in Aiden, which will continue to enable our quick freeze even after we get off the GPU, which is pretty likely to happen unless we can find some crazy upgrades really quick for it. And here we will obviously continue to take the fights when we can try the roll into them. Now, the thing that's worth thinking about the most is whether or not we want the lighter to be on the left side of the core, but we don't, considering we upgraded the core, and if we run into another burn core, we're gonna want to stack our burn as quickly as possible onto the core itself. So we have to think about, or we just want to stack burn quicker than they will, and the scaling is the best way to do that. Battery placement, think about that. We want to probably haste the core as quickly as possible, or maybe we want to get the slow off as quickly as possible. I think this might actually be better because it has a little bit of a synergy, because the quicker this goes, the faster the core will proc, and the faster this will hit again. So I think I'm going to run it like this. This guy has 1 win and 1 loss, it looks like. And hopefully we slow and burn them before they can start going in on an infinite loop, which seems likely, even though they're going to be poisoning pretty rapidly because they have a lot of haste. Well, not crazy amounts of haste, just 4 seconds. So I think it is likely we'll get this victory because we've already stacked up 100 burn on them through the life preserver. Is just disgusting, and here you can see the power of the early game burn core. It will fall off against builds that go infinite fast, and the burn won't have time to destroy their health bar, but you can't set up infinites this early on in the game. What are we looking for in terms of weapons? Let me think. I think we have the best weapon in the form of an Uzi, since it goes so quick and they're dead before it runs out of ammo. I'm not sure we want to buy any weapons, so we'll go to the docks and try to earn a tool, perhaps. A shield item. I think a tool would probably be the best option. A multi-tool is a pretty good pickup here. It probably works better than the GPU, or perhaps the battery. This is really strong how we have it. Just more loot items. A little bit of regeneration will help us stay healthy against the mirror matchup, since that's really the only thing I'm concerned about. Not that I had a choice in what I was going to get from that, but it's pretty good. Medium items, we can upgrade the Dave, which would be amazing, so we'll take a roll on it, and hopefully we can find it. We end up not finding it. We do have a bronze Tesla coil, which is alright. This can do some crazy amounts of damage, but it's kind of a meme. It's good against some things. The Hydro dude is scary, but I think our burn is going to absolutely annihilate him. So I'm going to take the multi-tool in this situation. Maybe it's better than the actual GPU, and the battery is good enough to just rock it. Hopefully we win this fight, but I'm not super concerned about it. We probably should start prioritizing the shops that give us items, but we can force the upgrades by just getting XP. It's a lot more guaranteed than spending the gold to try to find what you're looking for. I mean, we have a ton of gold, so it is going to be a little bit higher on my priority list to roll around in some shops to find something that we're looking for. We could find the salamander here and additional healing and additional slowing. This could probably give us a shop that we're interested in. So it is close between the two. I think I want to find something even better than the Andy. This is a large array of things to find, but it is. I want like a rare, since I'm so rich. I want to kind of greed out here. We already had the curio option. Haste items can be pretty bad, actually. It's not the best, so I'll take one more roll. And we gotta go one more. This is sucks. It's worse than the options we had beforehand. So unfortunate for us that it didn't work out. At this point, I think upgrading the core is just going to be the best option, since we gotta get burn stacking and we've already invested into finding the right-handed stuff. That sucks. Now I kind of threw off the scaling of everything since we didn't get the things we were looking for. We didn't get the shop. Should have gone to Curio in the first place. And then the lack of having an additional encounter or XP from the take a risk is tough. We were going to be burning him very fast compared to his damage output, so I think we should be pretty fine. As you can see, the first tick of the first attack of the railgun didn't really chunk us at all, so we know we're good. I think the only time the metronome is really good is a ballista build or just a pure weapons build on friends or anything that requires usage. It doesn't get used, so that's the problem in my eyes. JJ hopefully can help us out here. Not with those items he can't, and the snail keeps coming up, unfortunately. And here we will take Andy just to find some upgrades since we're struggling quite decently. I'll just sell out this stuff since it's pretty useless and I just want a better understanding of how much gold I actually have. The Omega Ray is phenomenal. Now we can probably prioritize putting the probably like this since we want the core to go, so it buffs this quicker, and the lighter probably goes faster. Is this still any good? Yes. The upgraded GPU is probably a worthy pickup. That goes in place of the cool LEDs, perhaps, unless we could find an upgrade to it right there. I think I'll give it one more. Like I said, this is good since it gives us potential synergies for the buffs, but just getting XP is so valuable right now. It's unmatched since it's the best way to guarantee your upgrades. And it also just preserves your gold and gives you more gold for a huge purchase later on when you find that big medium or small like diamond item that costs 48 gold. You're going to want to make sure you have it. We could get a slow item, and I think that's what I'm going to do, because slowing and just more freeze. CC stacking is good. I need to find the upgrade to Dave right now. There's the Ballista, but it's not crazy good without the friendship, and I think we have something cooking already. Unfortunately, not finding the upgrade to the Micro Dave, which is going to become a problem for us if we continue to not find it. Sell small and large items. If we can find an upgrade to the Omega Ray, that would be pretty minty. I'll take the crypto since it's free gold. And now I'm beginning to worry since we're not, like, exponentially getting more powerful. And the next time I get a upgrade your item, I'm going to put it on the Dave just to make sure we're still in contention for finding the upgrade. As we progress, bronze tier items will become rarer and rarer to find, and we need to freeze that, so we did it, which is good. Is it going to possibly kill us? No, not in one shot, even with a crit, and it doesn't crit, so we win. And that's the power of slowing, freezing, and burning, especially in the early game, since you need to make sure you stack it and delay them as long as possible. It is a very strong build, this burn slow. Buffing up your... going to the Arthas Dunes is very strong. I'm gonna put it on the core because the Dave is a little bit sketch since it's not getting the upgrades we need it to get. I don't need any of this, so I'll just take the option that allows us to get a little bit of not spend money and get some money. Gotta keep an eye out, a better... What the fuck? Gotta keep a better eye out on the crypto. But for now, we just go the Infernal. Which I think it did. Silver tier loot item, hopefully nice. That's a good get. The wings and the cooldown reduction is good, but it seems more than ever in this patch it doesn't matter as much because we don't... Now the core is going so crazy, I think that it might be better to just put the... like, full on 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and the slow. Just go as fast as possible here. Skills is a good get for us.
Are you prepared?
Your leftmost burn item. So this is gonna... This is... burn 3 every 2 seconds for 12 times. Or burn... These are already scaling each other. I think just hotspot is probably the best. Just to make sure that... And now I will just continue to look for the Dave. And at this point I'm gonna sell him. Because I desperately need to find an upgraded version of him, and it's more likely at this point in the game to find him at a higher tier. And there is a... Since the core is upgraded so much, it probably would be best to have something on the right of it. But since we have the silver burn ray, I think it's enough to ensure that the scaling is plenty, as is. Already at 70 burn. He doesn't have lifesteal, so it's a quick win.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
We just need to find ways to start faster. And at this point, the core is so juiced right now, I'm just... This is good enough. And then for... Do I need defenses? A slow? I already have slows. I'm just gonna enchant the core with double its burn. So this is a crazy amount of burn, especially in the meta where finding ways to upgrade your items is so tough. We've already put a diamond cinder on it and a diamond, and an Artisan's Dunes, which means that doubling it to 36 is nuts. Non-weapons is good. We don't do damage. We just burn. And we'll continue to not change our board unless it's finding upgrades. A temporary boost is not necessary for now, so go with the gold. I'm just saving this since I was gonna enchant the knife with it to just get some value, but hopefully, alright, our battery was hit by the spyglass. And the reason I'm like harping on Dave so much is because Dave is actually more powerful as a burn core than the core itself, since the charge on this never changes. The charge on Dave goes crazy, especially in this setup. It would be a much better item to have, but we've already invested so much into the core. It's what we need to do now, and we have a fire rebirth, which is just absolutely disgusting, and we will get the core upgrade. Is not going to do anything incredible since we're not running anything to the right of it, but at this point I think we do transition to having it like so. And we have so much small and large, not interested. The aerodome could be really good for us. And the Curio's fine. I regretted not taking it before, but now we'll get some nice upgrades to our haste, our slow, our cooldowns, just to get the train rolling faster. Healing. So buff the heal. One item, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Just the cool LEDs are tough, man, because I want those upgraded as well. It's just so hard to find bronze upgrades at this point, but this will be like good enough, I think. Haste, another item for 2 seconds. Just buff the guy, so now everything's getting hasted pretty nicely, and we'll continue to just invest in our items that we already have on the board and try to get our scaling through skills. And we'll get some expensive chocolate bars to get a upgrade, a guaranteed strength increase, even at the cost of 10 gold for a bit of health. What is it? 3 times 5 is 15. Add a 0. 150 health for 10 gold. And this guy has everything to... So this guy has the Dave on the left of the core. We'll see he's stacking his burn a lot faster than me. He isn't. So you can see the power difference in having... So we started off the gates quicker, but once the Diamond Core and the Omega Ray both procced, it was GG since I applied just a huge chunk of burn at once. And his incremental burn wasn't enough to keep up. Hero Merchants, what am I thinking? There's a couple of options. Just cinders, because I don't have like a crazy amount of gold at this point. So I'll take a good. This is so much burn. I think it's still like, it might be like this. Large items, I don't need sharpening stones, so we'll peek at Quicksoul. A tool and a friend. Probably better than the battery at this point. It's a bit dubious. A 5-second cooldown. That's actually not that bad. I'll pick it up and roll for 4. It's expensive, but hey. What are you gonna do? I don't think I have any large items to sell. Definitely not. Let's see how it goes. This is a tool. Maybe like this. But they can't put it against a tool and a friend. Unless I run the Chris Army knife. I invested into this, which sucks. Let's see how this goes. If it seems strong or not. Let's allow the burn very quickly. Let's see, recap. 6 times. It burnt 36. This burnt for 306. I don't think I need anything except the core at this point, pumping the burn. More cinders would be nice. And the high roll continues. I'll just be diligent and try to get the most value. Bazaar Con, even though you can get some really good options from the dig site, but the XP is necessary to find the level up. And at this point, I don't think I'm looking for anything medium. I just want to have a guaranteed win. This would if this was the last fight, I'd take that, but since we're gonna have to continue to win fights, I'm going to get a boost that sticks with us for the next few days. And now I think or another ray burn items get 2 burn for the fight. The 1 burn versus the 2 burn. I think just giving an upgrade to how quickly this goes, the cool LEDs, said I was not going to say this and that, is probably the best option, and we'll run it like this. Some of the stuff on the left of the core is a little bit bad, not upgraded fully, but the cool LEDs should go at double the clip now, and I forgot that we had the Fire Rebirth that hasn't even come up yet. And here you can see the value of getting your freezing going. This guy is shielding way too much, so we lose. Unfortunate. He has the God build of astrolabes, turtle shells, and buffers. And here's where I mean, that's an acceptable loss, but you're not going to want to lose at all, so a little sketch. However, what are you going to do against that? Let's see if we can find any better items. A 4-second burn. This is tough. We need to have... I don't want to freak out right now, since we are strong. And that fight isn't representing what... I mean, just like losing that fight isn't something that is cause for panic, but it kind of is at the same time.
Every mirror, every
shadow.
I will take the energy potion if I'll run it. It's very good. If you only have one weapon, it deals triple damage and its cooldown is increased by 50%. Oh, fuck. I thought that was decrease. If you have one weapon. Okay. So I need to run another weapon because I don't want this to have double the... Now I run it like this. I can sell this. That's kind of what I was trying to do for a long time anyway. And I'll just sell this stuff out. I want that to be 2 seconds. When you burn, like, the gamma ray or whatever it's called. Burn skills, perhaps? When you burn haste the core. When you burn crit chance. I think go fast. It's good synergy. And we'll try to find some... Just... That's fine. Take the XP. Guaranteed non-weapon items. Crypto and something else, please. When you burn, haste the core. Slow an item. 4 seconds, charge an item. A tool and a friend. 4 seconds. Burn both players. When you burn, haste the core for 2 seconds. It's going to have unlimited haste. 4-second charge burn. Is that better than this? Probably not. We'll just keep it as is. And hopefully get these next 3 wins quickly. A dually that hasn't been doing so well. He has mixed messages, so it's probably a ballista. It's not, it's a proboscis. He has a radiant. Yeah, 20 seconds. It's just crazy overkill on the haste on the core. I think the smoldering gun, I wish it was a friend. Not that it's relevant for us. We don't really need to do any extra damage. A temporary boost. We'll try to find scrap metal.
I'll help you find who does.
I'll pick this up.
Oh, I think you're really gonna enjoy
on just the gold tier loot item. Not going to be useful. Maybe we'll find a poison enchantment. Get some skills. Burn 4. Shield 20. 15. This is very expensive for 1 additional burn. It's not going to matter in the long run. When you use a friend, just increase slow. Increase freeze duration. Good enough. We don't have any large items, so we'll just continue to take as much XP as we can. That's good money. Oh, I guess level 16 is just another upgrade, so my bad on that one. That's more value than it should be, which we'll take. Atomic clock upgrade, perhaps. I don't think there's... I guess just continue to put... Because now this is one more upgrade and it's infinite. Not infinite, but if we find slow... Or, I mean... It's pretty close to just going all the time. That's alright. It's 1 extra burn. which I will gladly take, however, not going to use my upgrade on it, and another monster fight, so we're way ahead of the curve on XP. Hopefully we don't run into any builds that outshield our burn, like that previous Vanessa. They had a high roll like crazy. That was like 2 days ago, and they had all that power. They must have found an enchanted shielded enchanted pufferfish at Cavs, I think. Because I don't think you can get a node that enchants your items so quickly. This is scary. The double cast on leftmost tool. Is it this guy? Multicast 2, yeah. He's freezing a lot and doing a shit ton of damage, but with Fire Rebirth, we should be able to win. That's lucky for us. However, you need to get lucky in order to win these later fights, because there's freaking ballistas running around and double cast multi-tools, which is the speculation I have with getting the atomic clock. Small and large items. Get a burn item.
I pay well for mid-size.
I love Robotic Factory. It's just not in the cards for us. Crazy Crypto. We don't really need that much more coin, but we'll take it. Friends, chocolate, small items. Since we have Fire Rebirth, the chocolate is doubly as effective. 31, I'll take that. And we will go Frost Street Champion. I don't really use weapons, so we could get Building Crescendo. Or this. And by this I mean, sorry, where did it go? Tracer Fire, burn, get 1% crit. We'll continue to fight the monsters when we find them. The Eclipse. Sell this stuff off. Have unlimited gold. Diamond tier cinders. Nope. An upgrade to Chris Army's shielding capabilities. And since this is going to be the last fight, I will take the temporary boost of 839 additional HP, which is doubled with Fire Rebirth, and hopefully we don't get to that point. She has gotten her free enchant, but she's level 15 and I'm level 18, so there you go. Once you find the board, even though our items aren't the most spectacular on the left side of the core, they proc fast enough to ensure that we are going to make it that, you know, like, once you have a sufficient enough build, you should be good to just take all the XP that you need to take in order to just get the buffs of having plus 50 health or whatever the additional level ups grant you. So that was a 10-1, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Yeah, I think day 8 we lost once, so it should be a 10-1. And you'll see how broken the ranking system is, because with a 10-1, how much did we drop by? 3,257 seems like a good, so 300, maybe like 250 rank for a 10-1. I guess it's alright. Open up our chests, see what we got. Continue just to stack our resources. I have one more ticket. That was the free one. I'm gonna... So every 100 is another... Every 100 above 2,000 will allow me to keep that 2,000, since that's how much the heroes cost when they release. Which is where I want to be, since I don't want to spend any more money. and nothing crazy out of the chest. So I hope you guys enjoyed the burn core and you learned a little bit about how to snowball your early game into a 10-win victory by not letting off the gas, taking as many advantages as you can. Don't have to spend gold rolling in the early stage. Just find small items that go fast and buff you a little bit here and there. Either go with the micro Dave, but if you can't find it quickly, then invest in the core itself. Finding the burn will allow you to place your items to the left of the core instead of to the right while maintaining scaling on your burn throughout the fight, and taking skills as you can. There was some misplays for me in the mid game or the early to mid game with spending a whole bunch of money on an infinite reroll shop when I could have just gone Curio, but we were able to recover from me spending probably 50 or 40 gold, and ended up with like nearly 200 gold at the end. Just take XP. Once you're winning, you got to keep winning. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.